Let's go.
Welcome to
Let's go.
On the Chain.
Chain.
What is going
on
today? Man, I'll tell you what, Chip. FTX is the big winner today. LBRY, SEC, all sorts of crazy stuff going on, and all cryptos are securities. Man, what a day. What a day. What a crazy day. Man, Tom Brady.
It's been a week. It's been a month. It's been a long time.
It's been a week of chaos. What is going on? I'll tell you what. Let's kick this thing off. I want to get into it. Got a lot of stuff to talk.
Welcome to On the Chain.
All right. So if you had to guess, and if you had to guess, like, what's the biggest story of the day?
FTX.
It's like if it's like it was called TX, but you're like FTX, you know, F it.
So what is TX?
I don't know. It's whatever it is, you would say FTX.
FTX.
It's three letters that don't roll off your tongue. I've always had a problem with it. It's like like pick three letters that don't go together. It's FTX.
But TX stands for a transaction, right?
Who knows, man? I don't even know. Right now, it stands for nothing. It stands for. Can you imagine going from?
God.
Jeff, they were talking about doing a valuation, getting $1 billion at a $38 billion valuation.
Man,
that didn't work out so well for them.
No, man. All I care about is the Miami Arena. What's going to happen to that? FTX.
Well, I don't know if they paid up. It was a 20-year deal, but I think you got to pay yearly. So I think they got until at least the end of the year. They're like scrambling to find out.
Man, how about if we put On the Chain? There we go. The On the Chain Arena, OTC Arena in Miami. There we go.
Yeah, well, good luck. We're gonna need a lot of pony up. We need a GoFundMe account for that one, Jeff.
We should. You guys down with that? Let's start a GoFundMe account so we can get. We're gonna buy the put our name up on the Miami Arena because FTX is coming down.
Well, I'll tell you what I could probably do is probably go there. We'll put a little sign on it. We'll just like stick it there and see how long it stays there. It'll be like we're on the arena. A little sign about this big. It'll say on the chain.
Exactly, on the chain. We'll get a picture of it, make it look all impressive.
That's doable. Why not? We could easily do that. It's possible. Well, welcome everybody. What a crazy couple of days.
Imagine that worth 14.6 billion one day, and the next day not so much.
Minus 200 billion today is what I've read, Jeff. I don't know if that's true, but that sounds pretty bad to me.
Oh man, it's just brutal. It's so brutal. That's the problem in the roller coaster world. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to see what and the funny thing is there's so much news out there. It's hard to figure out exactly what's going on. There's just too much going on. I don't even know where to start. I mean, it's like there's so much.
Where do we start? What do you want to start with? It's like earlier we were talking about some interesting things, some interesting theories on how the SEC kind of got in to back maybe some of the bad actors. Who was talking about that? We're referencing a tweet backing the bad actors, trying to go after the good actors, and look at the follow.
Yeah, maybe we should start with the funny first. Sometimes it's like just to get started off because
let's go funny.
And then some negative music, some negative stuff. But I thought this is pretty good. So BitBoy Ben Armstrong put this out. He's like, "Hey, David Schwartz at Joel Katz, can you please make me the director of operation and strategy at Ripple Singapore? Thanks in advance." Of course, there he is, a smiling face. And SK1GGSY said, Ripple definitely does not want you. You're pathetic. You're a pathetic max. You used to crap all over XRP. Now you ain't part of it. Yeah. And then he says, bro, for you call me a BTC maxi, I'm embarrassed for you. Of course, David Schwartz chimed in, seriously, there are many great ways to insult you that are not only factually accurate, but would likely really hurt your feelings, possibly even lead you to tears. Why would anybody choose so ineptly? It's baffling. Hey, GGSYSK1, I upped my insult game. Up yours.
Oh,
I feel like it's too money, right?
He's good.
And then Ben said, I'm already crying because you gave everybody a cool AI photo upgrades and I just got none. By the way, Jeff, I'm not going to say anything, but there's something, maybe because I've gone toe to toe sometimes with David Schwartz, we've kind of like had some disagreements, but he did everybody in that thread except for me. So Ben, don't get so upset, dude. It just happens, right? It'll happen. So then he goes, I doubt. So he put this out and he said, I doubt this will make you from stop crying. Look at this one. So there's first this one here. I don't know. That's a weird looking shot right there. It's like a bad painting you'd find like, you know, in a garage sale. Huh. And then there's this painting where apparently it's the same hair and beard, but a different face, or at least a really, he actually looks like a BitBoy there because he actually looks like young, right?
Yeah.
Then there's this one with kind of an older, grayer, weirder looking BitBoy.
Oh,
and then there's this one.
He's a nut.
It's just
that's
weird,
the one
right?
you should roll with that one. Yeah, we got Jamie from San Carlos, Chile. How about if everyone give a quick shout out where you're tuning in from, city, state, country, all that good stuff. We got
my wife from Chile, so
got people coming in from all over the place.
There you go. I've been to Chile. It's a great country.
Yeah, that's right. Chip
great country. Made some bad choices recently with the election down there, but you know, I guess it's kind of in par with what's going on with South America. It's just might as well just fall off the road, you know, into a ditch. But hey, everyone loves free stuff until there's nothing to eat anymore.
Hey, Matt LaRoche, what is up, Matt? We haven't seen Matt on for a long time. What is going on, Matt? He said Wheezy just dropped a very disturbing tweet, complaint to the SEC of what FTX were doing involving money laundering, etc.
Yeah, I think we have that tweet.
Oh, man, there's some crazy stuff. They're tied into some stuff. One of the things that Chip and I talked about a while back was the fast pace that FTX kind of rose up from nothing. You have all these other companies around. All of a sudden, they rose to prominence, and it was very unusual, right? It didn't seem 100% kosher, so to speak. Osman, all the way in from the Netherlands. Where's everyone tuning in from? What is going on? Patrick Patterson saying, if you lost on FTX, you didn't listen to your own keys, your own advice, your own keys. You didn't keep them. What's up with that?
This is a funny one here too.
Shaggy said best thumbnail of the year award.
Jeff does get that best thumbnail of the year award. Yeah, that's good. I laughed so hard I was crying. Here's a nice little funny meme for you. It says, when your friend starts driving 150 miles an hour and says, I knew I should have made FTT 100% of my balance sheet. It's like, is that like a young Sam Bankman-Fried there? What is up with that, man? That's a weird looking picture.
What's up, Jim D drinking at the bar, by the way? Got in Melbourne, so stay safe on the beach. You know, you might get some rain, a little bit of rain. Got Alan over in Melbourne also, worried about the storm. We're missing the storm again, Chip. We've had rain all day, but storm missing us. How do you like that?
It should miss us. We'll see. It's got a lot of rain out there. I had to walk the dog and got soaked, but there you go. Look at this right here. FTX, built by traders for traders. Well, not exactly. I mean, if you think about
all the things, traders wrong.
Traders, yeah, it's supposed to be. Hang on a second, Jeff. Let me fix that.
I think they misrepresented what they did over there.
Yeah, you think that's right, Jeff? You think that's the way?
Now the Roche is all the way back from 2021. That's how long it's been.
Wow, man.
Dubai, SP in Dubai. Patrick, all the way in Tahoe. Sweet. Sean Thompson's in Atlanta.
Yeah, I love that. Oh crap! What happened to it?
Ropey in Michigan. Sweet. We got people coming in from all over. We got Utah. What's up, Jimmy from Utah, Park City? How about XRP under 32 cents? What's up with that? Rye Guy Darcy saying anyone shopping out there? Rye Guy, anything under 32 cents is a buy. I hope for your legendary 10-cent XRP. Man, we kept talking about the fact, will XRP ever reach 10 cents again? The way the market's trending, might even get $1,000 Bitcoin.
There you go. Traders for traders.
Built by traders for traders. There you go.
Traders all around, Jeff. Everyone's a trader. That's how it happens sometimes. Man.
Yeah. Oh. The beagle's outside.
There's so much stuff. Yeah, there's so much. We had that tweet by Weezy last week when he uncovered that funding one. Can you imagine how your whole world just crushes down? And there was like, don't worry. CZ from Binance is going to buy you. And then it was like, that didn't even last 24 hours, Jeff, before they're like, no.
That was a total rug pull. That was Linus, not Linus, and Charlie Brown, with the
Lucy removes the ball every single time, man.
That was a total rug pull. So, CZ comes out, he goes, yeah, we're going to buy it. Psych. Got your hopes up. Not going to happen.
Yeah, John Deaton put this tweet out, and I think it was just right effective. He said,
check out Rye Guys in a small town in nowhere, BC, Canada. Drinking beer and watching OT.
BC, man, I bet that's a fun place to hang out.
So
John Deaton said this, Jeff. Look at this. He put this tweet out. He said, you know what? Sometimes you come across a 2-tweet thread that basically sums up everything you're thinking. No tweet is more accurate, more relevant than this right now. 2 fingers pointing down, but not the middle finger, just the pointer finger. And so this is none other by Gabe Shapiro. And here it is right here. It says the CFTC and Democrats were palling around with Sam Bankman-Fried suing DAOs and devs, decrying the scourge of DeFi and plotting to regulate websites and wallet APIs, while FTX played with customers' money. Madoff and Enron were fully SEC regulated. Regulators do not protect us, period. And there he is right there. See who he's hanging around with?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All of his
you
buddies.
got it. As buddies. And then right there, it said SEC could have gone after FTT as a security. But instead, Jeff, they sued a small, under-resourced YouTube fork that gave tokens to video creators as rewards for their creativity. None other than LBRY.
How do you like that?
I happen to think a few people are consciously evil. SEC, CFTC, please stop harassing open source developers, building good software, and focus on your effort, which I should add, with use cases. Focus on your efforts on the people really playing bad games with other people's money and manipulating the market. Man,
that's a solid tweet thread. And Dean was right, that's a spot on.
Deaton called it. He said it was going to be spot on. And then here's another solid one. You got this tweet thread coming up here.
Los Angeles. Ernie from Los Angeles. Man, Ray the Muss, all the way in from New Zealand. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I don't want to get to New Zealand.
Someone's here from Georgia too. I saw that earlier.
Is that Georgia? The country Georgia or the state Georgia?
I think it was Georgia, the state. I don't know. Probably. I saw Georgia. Maybe I'm wrong.
I was probably.
I don't know. So, yeah. So here it is right here. Gary Gensler. Here again. Why is Gary Gensler like the villain in every story? Really, Jeff? I mean, he's like.
I wonder why.
It's like you have the Marvel universe, then you crossed over to DC or something, because it doesn't really matter, but he's always a villain, right? So you got Gary Gensler. This is by CryptoLaw, which is John Deaton's. He founded it. He says Gary Gensler gave access to Sam Bankman-Fried after he gave huge political donations to the SEC chairman's party. Still refuses to meet with retail holders. Of course, he was basically flagging this tweet here, which let's go into that. He said, "How did I know?" This is John Deaton. "How did I know that Sam Bankman-Fried and would get meetings with Gary Gensler? Because he's one of Potus and Democrat Party's largest donors." Jeff, no say, huh?
He was throwing some money around.
Man,
how'd that turn out for him?
So he says, so while Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX got the ear of the SEC, it prosecuted U.S. companies LBRY and Ripple. And then, of course, this was DAI that said, turns out that Gary Gensler was meeting with Sam Bankman-Fried while he was protecting us, from Ripple and XRP, because it's so evil, Jeff. And here it is right here. Tuesday, March 29, 2022. This isn't like a year ago, 2 years ago. Jeff, this is like, 7 months ago? I can't do the math. Can someone do that math? Let me hang on a second. Let me get my calculator out. April, May, June, July, August, September, October. I was close. It's basically about 7 months, Jeff. So, so listen to this. He's so busy, he can't meet with the people, 4,000 people, right? Or the representative, John Deaton. But check this out. 4:00 p.m. on Tuesday, March 29, 2022, meeting with IEX and FTX. Then he names out the people. So FTX, Brett Harrison, President FTX. You have Ryan Miller, General Counsel of FTX. Mark Widgen, Head of Policy and Regulatory Strategy at FTX. How did that work out? Strategy and regulatory, man. There you go.
Crazy.
That's what he's doing with his calendar.
Gotta love it.
Love to hear what that meeting was all about.
Crazy thought process.
What do you think that call was all about? Then this one here. Let me
wasn't
show
about
this.
him getting almost bought out by Binance and then not.
You know what? Is that the ultimate? Is that like the king troll of the decade? Hey, we're gonna buy you. Oops, sorry. And he said he'd do his due diligence. Jeff, how much due diligence are you gonna do? Was it that bad? Like the due diligence took less than a day? That's how bad it was.
So Rye Guy is saying, based on that fact, the POTUS has to know what's happening in crypto, FTX, Celsius, XRPKs, all planned. Now, might be people around the president, but I'm not sure if the president really knows.
Okay, so we got a holy S on this one here. Look at this one here. Now this is a video. I'm gonna see if we can play this. Let's see if we can play this. This is Sam Bankman-Fried in front of
WTF. You're late.
He's in front of legislators, Jeff. Let's listen in on this.
Last thing that I'll say is,
oh, wait a minute.
Turn up the volume. Hang on a second.
I think he gets a haircut and goes into hiding right now, and nobody thinks it's him. He looks like Sam Bankman-Fried. Nah, man, doesn't have the weird hair. Meanwhile, he's like.
last thing that I'll say is if you look at what precipitated some of the 2008 financial crisis, you saw a number of bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions happening between financial counterparties, which then got repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again, such that no one knew how much risk was in that system until it all fell apart. If you compare that to what happens on FTX or other major cryptocurrency venues today, there's complete transparency about the full open interest. There's complete transparency about the positions that are held. There's a robust, consistent risk framework applied, and we're excited to work with the CFTC, U.S. licensed and regulated venue, to bring a lot of this.
Come on, Jeff. Jeff's having fun with the sound effects. That buzzer was funny. That's our new buzzer sound. Look at this. Listen to what he says here, though.
There is a robust, consistent risk framework.
There's a robust, consistent risk framework. Now, that risk framework was not very fail safe, but it was consistent. He was right about that. It's a consistent risk. He's looking at me weird right there, Jeff. I feel weird. Like
he's looking very weird. Here's got some
applied, and we're excited to work with the CFTC on our U.S. licensed and regulated venue to bring a lot of this. Last thing that I'll say is,
I mean, this is incredible. This whole thing is incredible. I mean, really, quite honestly. And this was in front of a room of lawmakers talking and bragging about the risk consistency framework. Consistent risk framework. Come on. Man, oh man, this is getting worse. You know, and again, I mean, just on the heels of the Celsius meltdown, meanwhile, how could you, Jeff, how is it possible that companies that are regulated, apparently like the SEC, the CFTC doesn't know how they're leveraged? They're taking customers' money and leveraging it, Jeff. That's criminal, man.
It is a little bit, you know, and it's what's the one purpose of the SEC, right? To look after and help protect investors, retail investors, right? And instead they go after, and we've mentioned this so many times before, but they're so punitive to anybody who's trying to get ahead. You want to invest, you want to buy crypto, you want to invest in whatever it is. And instead of them focusing on the bad actors, like we read in the previous tweet, and we're listening to what's going on here, instead of focusing on bad actors, what do? They always go after the easy the easy target that actually isn't the bad actor. But they go after him because they figure that they don't have the deep pockets, or based on this action, especially with Gary Gensler, with the enforcement action activities, you bring him into court. The SEC has a bottomless, bag of money. They can keep spending into oblivion. And then you come after a company like LBRY, and, at some point there's a tipping point, where they can't support anymore. Why do they come after a group like LBRY, and yet they allow all these other shenanigans to go on? It's kind of crazy.
It is, but this was a tweet. This is how fast things change. But just to kind of give you we're not going to go through the whole thing, but just to give everybody a taste of kind of where he's at with this. Look at this. So again, this is kind of a weird thing. It's like, if I would be like, hey, what's up, or whatever, you say, put something out there, and look at this, Jeff. This is what Sam is. This is Sam Bankman-Fried. He says, hey all. I have a few announcements to make. Things have come full circle. Sounds like a good thing, right? Hey, things came full circle. Usually when you say things come full circle, it's like, hey, good news, right? And FTX.com's first and last investors are the same. So we've come to an agreement with the strategic transaction with Binance for FTX.com.
What time was this posted?
It was posted yesterday. Wait, what day is today, Jeff? I don't even know what day today is. Do we know what day today is?
Today is the 9th.
I had to check. It's the 9th. This was yesterday at 11 a.m.
24 hours, it went from we have an agreement, everything's amazing, to out of here.
Yeah, our teams are working to clear out the withdrawal backlog as is, clear out liquidity crunches, blah, blah, blah. Important thing is our customers are protected. That did not age well at all in this tweet, in this thread. Huge thank you to CZ, Binance, and all of our supporters. Now, just so for some clarity here, this is not the U.S. operation. This was the other FTX.com, which was international. The U.S. one apparently wasn't touched, but apparently it went down with the ship, I guess.
It's going down, unfortunately. Alex D. Vlogs.
I don't give an
F about FTX. Matt
like
LaRoche.
avatar.
His avatar is pretty sweet. Check it out. Everyone's going with these avatars. Craziness. Matt LaRoche saying, so FTX creates a coin out of nothing, uses the coin to buy real value stuff with leverage, and it all goes to crap. Remind you of anything?
Yeah, good one. Yeah, hashtag Federal Reserve, hashtag central banks. Sounds pretty much the same. But the difference is somebody's in big trouble and somebody's not. Hashtag Fed, the Fed, right? Hashtag whatever. So you look at this one here, and this was the first one, which was 11 hours ago. And this was the spirit of transparency. Binanceans, given the recent events that transpired the last couple of days, I want to reiterate a few points. One, we did not master plan this or anything related to it. It was less than 24 hours ago that SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, called me. Before that, I had little knowledge of the internal state of things at FTX. Maybe, Jeff. 2, the due diligence on the deals ongoing. I want to remind everyone, do not trade FTT tokens. If you have a bag, do not buy or sell. As soon as I'm finished with the call with Sam Bankman-Fried yesterday, I asked our team to stop selling as an organization. Yes, we have a bag, but that's okay. More importantly, we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard. 3,
sell all of it.
Do not. This is like should have been 1 and 2. Like, what's the first rule of Binance Club? Do not talk about Binance Club. So 3, do not comment on the deal publicly or internally. He was sending this to Binanceans, right? That's the first rule of Binancean Club. Do not comment on anything.
Don't talk about it.
On and on and on and on, right? And so then you have this here. Here it is. Here it is. As a result, this is 4 hours ago, Jeff. As a result of corporate due diligence, as well as the latest news report regarding mishandled customer funds and alleged U.S. agency investigations, we have decided that we will not pursue the potential acquisition of.
So how do they go from yesterday? Now, Binance must have done some. You don't come and say, hey, we're going to acquire you and everything's going to be great without a little bit of knowledge. I mean, just a little bit. Look at a balance sheet. You're looking at something, is Binance just out there saying, hey, we're going to buy it. Don't worry about it. It's like Monopoly. I'm buying it. In this case, they must have done a little due diligence. So now all of a sudden, within 24 hours, who came to them? Who came to Binance and said, no, You're not going to buy it.
Jeff, read what I have highlighted.
Oh yes, I think there's only one word there that explains it all. The alleged.
Yeah, alleged
Rest.
U.S. agency investigations. We're out. SEC,
Alleged.
SCFTC.
Oh, yeah. Alleged. Yeah, we're done. That's it.
But Jeff,
Who
why
is it?
after the fact? Why after the fact when it crumbled, they're like, oh, we better get on top of that. Meanwhile, they're regulated companies. You know, Celsius was the same thing. Regulated companies. Nobody knows what's going on or how they're leveraged or what they're using for leverage. I mean, with customers' money, that's pretty messed up, Jeff.
Right guy said, I hated when I contacted Binance and they called me Binancean.
Hello, Binancean. That happens.
Sir John is saying SBF will have to ask for donations to be able to keep the blue check mark.
Hey man, you might have $8 left at the end of it, but chances are
not
good.
Mark Phillips, Gensler's job is to let the crypto space burn and get some easy legal wins to prove the sector needs strict regulation. Then turn it over to Wall Street and get his next cushy job at Treasury or Wall Street. Consider that he's only worth about 150 million. He needs to at least, double down on that.
So Jeff, every once in a while I have an aha moment. I get a clever idea for a tweet. So not yesterday. Wait for it. Every once in a while I get an idea. And not yesterday, but the day before this meltdown on the 7th, November 7th.
Yeah.
FTX posted a video, super excited to move into our Miami office. And they were walking around the Miami office. They went to the window and you could see the buildings, you could see the water. And they're like, we're super excited to move in. They've since deleted the tweet, so this won't have the same impact. You got to see it in your mind's eye, Jeff. You got to see that they're walking around these plush new offices, excited to move in. And so then I put this up there. I said, not your keys, not your crypto, not your keys, not your office. So I'm walking around with that. So just the fact that you see the tweet was deleted because it's not a good look, right? The day before meltdown, they're getting excited about moving in their new office.
Do you get a nice picture? No picture.
Well, it was a video.
Oh, and it's gone.
And it's gone, just like that. I didn't realize it was gone, but
Chip, the best way to become a millionaire? Start as a billionaire and open a crypto exchange.
Sounds like a good plan, Jeff. That's a good idea. Let me see. Let's go ahead and mint some tokens, some OTC tokens. Okay. We'll then use everyone else's funds to when they buy stuff. We'll make money on the on the trades. Then we'll leverage that with our imaginary token, our OTC tokens. We'll over leverage that along with everybody's money. What do you think? Funds. And then happen?
Leverage it all.
Pitchforks, Jeff. And this guy's like, well, so this is what I want to know. How does this guy reemerge from this? How does he come out of this? What happens? What's his next venture? Does he go get some more money? I don't know, Jeff. And of course, this one was the best because the other thing that kind of tripped down with it was Alameda Capital. Research.
Yeah, hang on that one. Hang on a sec. Mark Phillips is saying, is anybody filling the blanks on Joe Lubin's missing 8 years on his LinkedIn profile? Was he in prison? There was a Joe Lubin who was convicted and sentenced to prison at the same time.
Man, I tell you what, it's getting crazy, Jeff. I feel like the good guy.
Repeat it again.
Well, this meme, sometimes memes are really funny. Now, there was a meme of when Elon Musk took over Twitter, he's walked in with a sink and he said, can you let it sink in, right? Well, here you go.
Legendary said that they're going to limit you to 5 sound effects per stream.
It's not me making the sound effects, okay? So I'm just doing the reading here. It's Jeff a little crazy on the button there. It's not me. I haven't done one sound effect tonight. So there he is. Now there's CZ walking in with the sink. Alameda Research there on the side. This was funny for just about 5 minutes before they pulled the rug and they said, well, no, it's not going to happen. But I think it's so much in the FTX, but man, it's just on everyone's mind and there's so much around it, Jeff. It's just incredible.
Do that. Ricardo, XRP is not a security. It's the best cryptocurrency. XRP.
So again, where was
Matt LaRoche, I heard a video of SPF using selling a box. Anyone hear that? Massive Ponzi scheme play, and he basically did it. Man, he's getting it every which way.
Yeah.
Elon's check mark is now 25 XRP. Any takers? 24 XRP.
24 XRP. 24 XRP. That's a deal. I'll take it all day long.
XRP.
So speaking of, we know LBRY lost the suit, but again, John Deaton put out a good video yesterday, I think it was, or maybe it was the day before. It was the day before, and kind of like just said, hey, look, these cases are really two different things, and they really shouldn't. But I thought LBRY's been on fire. People like it, don't like it. They've taken shots. Two LBRY good tweets right here. One of them was the SEC never alleged that the LBRY network is not decentralized. SEC admitted they cannot shut LBRY down. The SEC also alleged that if a centralized entity deals in a token of a decentralized network, those token exchanges are security offerings. Everyone at A16Z, which is Andreessen Horowitz, should be sweating. Why, Jeff? Because they're the VC arm behind a ton of these crypto projects.
Hang on. I'll be right.
And then right here, I don't know what happened to Jeff, but he's going to do something over there. And then this one here, we got Miles Jennings chimed in and said, well, to be fair, the SEC alleged sales of tokens were made to U.S. retail investors, and those investors were reasonable in believing that the value of those tokens were dependent on your company's efforts, as opposed to the efforts of a decentralized ecosystem. The judge agreed. LBRY said, well, SEC alleges that someone who bought $1 worth of LBC and then immediately used it consumptively to create a channel on LBRY, nonetheless purchased the security.
Oh.
If you don't think these facts apply here, then every one of A16Z investments, you're not paying attention. That's Andreessen Horowitz right there, which they're also an early investor in Ripple, but there's just a ton of projects. So that was it right there. Orca Blue said Petrol is an unregistered security.
Petrol.
Jeff?
Petrol,
Jeff. That's gas.
Petrol.
Gasoline.
Petrol. Check this out. So we'd like to talk about new projects in the space, Chip.
One more.
But I got another LBRY tweet.
Just two tweets. Here's an interesting thought. Suppose the SEC wanted to do the most possible damage to cryptocurrency. It would police good actors while letting the bad actors slide and then blow up. Then use the failure as a reason they need to get even more power to police good actors. Suppose. Interesting.
And look who just came in. Rob
McDermott.
I haven't seen Rob McDermott in ages.
Man, good to see you, Rob.
That deserves a little bit of
Alex D. You push it. Yeah, listen, we got to push his site. Come on, man. First of all, Alex D Vlogs should have 50,000, 100,000 subs, and it's because of good people and the OTC crew right here. Just go over there and give them a like. First of all, it's entertaining, positive, funny, and you always have to wait to the end to hear the catchphrase, which is a good thing. So there you go, Alex D. By the way, I love your avatar, man. That's like so cool.
Papa Huddle, my dad is in the house tonight. Once again, is wondering if there's a late fee for entering late, and we should have a late fee. There should be
we should put Papa Huddle in charge of that, collecting those late fees.
We're in charge of collecting
kind of like the doorman. But if you show up late, how many fees did you miss? Right?
Put a couple XRP in the late bin. We do not accept FTT. That's not an acceptable asset in the space at this moment.
Jeff, what were you talking about? What project were you talking about there?
So I was talking about a real estate project. So ProprHome. Man, it was sweet. We talked a little bit about real estate with Roofstock and Roofstock selling the first property as an NFT. A lot of stuff happening all the time, but Ripple announces partnership with ProprHome, the real estate revolution. Ripple, a leader in blockchain, as we all know, has announced a new partnership with ProprHome, a blockchain-enabled real estate marketplace to create a renewed way to buy, sell, and rent property. So Roofstock has already created, but they already started the new revolution with the NFT But now Proper is going that same direction in partnership. Now this is where it becomes interesting. Well, the partnership, which will leverage the XRPL, which we know through an NFT utility, will provide faster, more reliable, and energy efficient transactions and improve the buying experience. So the Roofstock, I believe, was using an ERC20, if I'm not mistaken, right? So in this scenario, Proper using the ledger, things are gonna shift in a really interesting direction. So what is the XRPL? What is it known for? Efficiency, speed, transparency, everything that Swift and Fiat is known for, as well as Ethereum, as we all know. So here, the goal of the partnership to revolutionize the level of engagement in the typically tedious process of buying, selling, and renting homes. And they're making it tedious. Buying, selling, and renting, all tedious things.
They are. They're paying the where.
So it's good. All this through an NFT utility will be minted on the fast, energy efficient blockchain for asset tokenization, specifically speed and reliability to facilitate real estate NFTs. More importantly, from the moment the collaboration is active, clients will gain control of the offer and acceptance process. This is what I like, Chip, right here. I mean, just getting right to the point of this whole process. If you have a property to sell and I'm buying your property and I can do it through this NFT process, we can cut out all the other nonsense, right? You can have everything, all the legalese, whatever is required with the title. Can't that be done through an NFT?
See, that's the weird thing. Well, I think if you're buying it outright, but you still need title. There's still some other things that just aren't 100%. This is Portugal too, so.
Yeah, look at that. With the competitive market in Portugal.
Portugal everywhere, Jeff.
Everywhere. In fact, through ProprHome's NFT and through its partnership with Ripple, and they've said this, the opening sentence happens quite a bit. They say the same thing every single paragraph. In fact, through the NFT and Ripple and the blockchain company and the marketplace. But look, this is really amazing, though. I mean, utility tokens, first and foremost, utility tokens for digital property certificates. DOCs are issued when renting or buying. A customer will receive a DOC token they can use to prove the right for use for a particular property, thus bypassing the time-consuming and cumbersome onboarding. So the DOC, let's see, Proper, they have their native token. Tokens will be used to incentivize a positive real estate experience. So you're gonna have to exchange to get your PRP to buy the property. Man, it's interesting. I would like to look into this more. It is almost getting a little cumbersome trying to understand how their whole process works with the DOCs and the PRP and the NFT.
Don't forget, it's Portugal too. So it's going to vary from country to country. But just to be fair, though, Jeff,
same Roofstock just did. It was like, here, buy this NFT, and it was done.
Yeah, but Roofstock, to be fair, was not the first. Actually, it was Proppy, and Proppy was the first. They sold maybe TechCrunch founder Michael Arrington's Kiev apartment.
Whoops.
Dude, the world's first NFT real estate auction. I think it was like 36 ETH or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but anywho, yeah.
That's really amazing, man. I'm going. It's great. So obviously, ProprHome isn't, like you said, Proppy, Roofstock, ProprHome.
But again, they're happening.
It's happening, and that's the point here. So obviously, it's making light of the article the way it's written here. But ProprHome and our partner Ripple share the same vision of the tokenization of assets with functional utility. We see the potential of an online real estate market that leverages blockchain tech to dramatically improve real estate interactions. What I can see are obviously the tokenization, allowing investment in property a lot more seamlessly. The other thing is that if you can imagine, you go into like a marketplace, imagine you go into OpenSea and you're buying an NFT, and imagine how easy it is to buy that NFT for whatever amount of money. But now imagine those NFTs represent properties, and you go into OpenSea, you're like, I want that property. Boom, I just bought it.
You're talking about real properties, not metaverse, like plots of land, right?
Real properties. Yeah. So like they're real properties, but they're represented by the NFT and the open source type environment, in this online marketplace of properties. I think it's really phenomenal.
Jeff, is like you see like the usage opening up on NFTs? I mean, it was quite collectibles, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, this is real utility right here.
This is real world here. I mean, this is really amazing. You know, I would like to know, you know, get into a conversation with somebody that's on the title side of properties and figure out how, from a legal framework perspective, how do you then you tokenize the property in the NFT, and that NFT it should be and could be, since it's on the blockchain, it's showing proof of ownership, and it's showing proof of transfer. So that proof of ownership, you should, in theory, have title of the property and everything wrapped into that NFT, and it's in the blockchain, you know, so you could do so much that way. Taxes, if you have to transfer, you know, if you have the mortgage somehow structured through the blockchain, so then you're kind of leveraging the value of your property. Maybe you can stake any, you know, additional value you have in your property instead of it just sitting in your property. You take it and you stake it somewhere. You know, you put it into FTX and you can earn, you know, great rewards.
Oh, yeah. And if you're Tom Brady, you put 650 million into that, and it all goes bad. Look at this.
Good stuff.
Electric John says, blood in the streets. The scene will get really piratey and not without some scrapes and scars. So keep your cool. Don't lose your head. Breaking eggs to make omelets. Hashtag utility. Hashtag VC free like it's 1983. XRP. Peace out, bitches.
XRP.
It wasn't in there, but yeah.
Alex
and then
Alex Yeet, his SGB is at 0.011.
Okay. I
don't
just
know
keep
what it
acquiring
was
it.
before.
It's just lower than low. Then, you know, Sendi Young, she's the what is she, the managing director over there of Europe. She's the managing director of Europe. She's also, Jeff, did you know she came from MasterCard? It says right there. She's ex-MasterCard. Harvard business alum, went to Brown University. Highfalutin, Jeff. So she said, you know, passing through Canary Wharf yesterday, I couldn't help but get some photos of Ripple's fantastic new Crypto Means Business ad campaign. We launched it to highlight that crypto solutions are here to stay, and it's already making a real world impact on businesses around the world. And there she is. That's
awesome.
If you look if you look at her, that's a massive sign right there, Jeff.
That's outstanding.
Isn't
Don't
it?
predict the future of finance, build it.
Canary Wharf. You ever been there?
I have been.
Me too. There you go.
It used to be nice. So Alan is saying, sorry guys, I got to run real quick. I got to help somebody get some crypto off the exchange.
Which one?
Go.
I think if we're learning anything, guys, it's like, hey, you know, make sure that you get your keys off of these exchanges, because it's not pretty.
It's time to start taking currency off the exchanges.
It's not pretty, Jeff.
Mark Phillips said, I heard that Do Kwon picked up Mashinsky and SBF in a white Ford Bronco. Now it's going to the border.
Oh,
I remember that nobody's on the run. Nothing to see here.
Let's see. Hang on a second. I think we might have some footage of that too. Hang on a second.
Debbie is saying, Gary will come for your homes now. You live in an unregistered security. It's not whether you bought your home to live in, it's the fact that you could make a profit. There you go. That's interesting. And are you making a profit off somebody else's efforts? That's a good question, especially if you own the property and you're renting it out.
Okay, Jeff, hang on a second. It looks like there's a live feed of that right now. If you look, you see that there it is right there. So you got Sam Bankman
and SBF.
Yeah, I want to know who's driving, really, quite honestly. I mean, man. But there it goes. A little shaky camera work on there, but look, there he goes, speeding off in the distance. Man.
There they go.
Very timely, Mark. Was really good.
Oh, my God.
So do you know who Dave Portnoy is? He is he's
Mather's, but the wallets didn't fit.
Wow, man, we are on fire tonight. We are connecting all kinds of dots here.
Doesn't
so
fit. Quit.
Dave Portnoy. What's the armchair? What is this? Armchair Sports, I think it is. He's El Stool Presidente. So anyway, he put this tweet out, Jeff, and sometimes you just got to like say, look, guys, you got to remember where people are. You got to remember, let me just preface it with, some people don't know. And let's read this tweet and you'll make some clear. So Dave Portnoy says, I have a dumb question. If I bought Bitcoins with an S through FTX and FTX goes belly up, where do they go? I mean, like Bitcoins are finite, right? I mean, does anybody have access to them, or are they just lost in the ether or something forever? Well, our friendly neighborhood David Joel Cat Schwartz chimed in and said, they're assets of FTX that will be handled in bankruptcy. You will be treated as a creditor, and likely you'll be roughly the last in line to get them. A change to the law to treat them more like conventional brokers are treated and put customers first in line might be a good idea. Jeff, he didn't realize that. He just thought like, well, they're on the blockchain, right? Yeah, but who has the keys? And if you guys are new to this whole thing, look, everything's on the blockchain. Just everything is stored in the blockchain. It's that key that has the access to your bag, your digital asset, and that happened to be stored on FTX, an exchange, versus like a ledger or one of these other cold storage wallets. And I was just like, wow, Jeff. He said, at minimum, anyone who deposited assets after was a good reason to think they couldn't be paid back should be entitled to get them back as a matter of law because they were fraudulently induced to deposit them. I think Japan's about the only country that has laws like that. That wasn't aware of that, Jeff. Are you?
I didn't realize that. I mean, it's amazing. It's just amazing right now what we're watching, as we see FTX.
Regulation has to cover that, exactly what he's talking about. You put something up, why would you be? And again, let's goes back to the whole mantra of the SEC. It's regulated by the SEC, and they're supposed to, and the CFTC is supposed to protect us. I don't see any protection going on, Jeff.
Dave Portnoy has to be careful. The SEC is already onto him.
Yeah, he's already got some things going on. There's no doubt about that.
He said, my sticker doesn't say I voted today. It says I bought the dip today.
Well, Jeff, I did vote, and here's my sticker. Let's see if I can put that up there. It's I voted. See? There it is.
Nice. It's a nice sticker. That's what they gave you?
Yeah, it was some 2022 contest winner. I don't know what it was. Somebody won a contest, apparently.
Let's say Palm Beach has much nicer stickers.
What did you get? Did you have the regular flag one?
They get the little white flag thingy, and they say, you want a sticker?
Well, I grabbed one off the table, and she's like, hey, that's for first-time voters. Is that who you are? I'm like, hell no. I've voted before. She goes, okay, this is yours. And I was like, are you sure? Because I looked at it, and I was like, looks like a kid did that. But then I realized it was a contest, so it was okay, Jeff. It wasn't so bad. It was like a little contest.
OSW says, the only thing that can save crypto from tough regulators is Ripple winning the XRP lawsuit, the SEC v. Ripple lawsuit, to set a strong legal precedent for the entire industry. Otherwise, what we're seeing with LBRY and the SEC is a little challenging here. Alex D., what will a Republican control House mean for crypto? Time will tell.
Look at this, Jeff. Did you know this is happening? It says former FTX employees say that Sam Bankman-Fried is missing, most likely on the run. We already know where he is. We just put the video. According to the Wall Street Journal. But then I saw this, Jeff. This is XRP, the Standard Productions, and I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe not.
And they didn't put the video that we just played. They should have attached that
video. Just
had
the video, man. We just had
it would have been funny.
Look at this one here. You put this one. He says, I hate these smarmy, holier than thou, virtual signaling, weird ass, greedy, but pretending they're not, arrogant, I'm smarter and more evolved than you, woke, crooked, never done physical work, millennial crypto jagoffs, and somehow get center stage and positions of power. That might make the OTC Hall of Fame right there. That's a lot of stuff packed in that tweet right there.
That one again. That's a good one.
Then he said, okay, XRPP is done. That's XRP Standard Productions. Sorry, a little too much vino. He's always drinking wine, Jeff. We had a great time when he was on with us on Saturday, along with Dirk from the founder of X Spectre. Guys, that was such a fun show. If you guys haven't seen it, go back and watch it. You'll laugh your butts off. It was good.
Great show on Saturday.
I think I was called 6 different names, which was good. I think one of them was close.
Yep.
I was called Skip, Simon. You were called Kef. I mean, it was all over the place. But hey, it was good stuff. Funny.
Hey, if anybody sees a white I voted sticker somewhere in the parking lot, it's Jim D's.
He lost his sticker. Yeah, I'll never forget when I used to go into an office. I remember one time, you get the sticker and you pop it on. And the rest of the day, all my colleagues gave me so much crap about it. They're like, "Did you vote today?" And I forgot I had it on. I was like, "Yeah, I did." Did you? They're like, "Did you?" And then I realized, like, about maybe like 3 hours later, when I went into the restroom, okay, I got the sticker on. I get it. Sorry, missed it. And they were laughing at me, poking fun at me. You know,
That is funny.
it happens.
Idalia is saying, I like the chip.
I'll raffle it off. You guys can take dibs on it, man.
Just saying, looks like an expensive sticker. Do we pay for it? That's a good question, Chip.
Well, as a taxpayer, the answer is yes. If you live in Palm Beach County like I do, you do pay for it, you know?
Yeah.
But it's cool.
The sticker's worth more than an FTT.
How crazy is that? Jeff, one time.
FTT, the next episode of America Greed. Okay.
Jeff, one time I don't know if I told the story, but there was a guy who used to be president, and he was in the real estate business, and I went to go see him one time, and he told a story about one time when he was pulling up to an event in New York City with his then wife, second wife. This is in the 90s, and he said, "You see that guy over there?" Tells his wife, she's like, "Yeah. That guy is $800 million richer than us right now because he was in bankruptcy, so he basically lost a fortune." She's like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Yeah, he's 800." She goes, "But he has nothing." He's like, "Exactly. He's $800 million richer than us right now." So that was none other than Donald Trump told that story. And yeah, it happens, man.
Remember
what
that.
you gonna do?
Yep.
When they come for you, bad boys, bad boys.
Bad boys. Put up
What
the
else
video.
we have? We have anything else in the keep there, Jeff?
I'm looking through here. We had so much good talking points. We talked about the SEC beating LBRY down. We saw that. Saw the SEC schedule with FTX. We didn't see this one though. I think we kind of passed over it.
Let's see that one. What do you got?
Reference this, but this was also. Hang on. So it was regarding the case. Let's see if we can pull this up. This was John Deaton saying, haven't had time to read it, but I'm sure the SEC will cite it in the reply brief due in a couple of weeks, and Ripple will distinguish it on the facts. This decision is in the First Circuit, the Ripple XRP case in the Second Circuit, and is a different precedent like the Upton case. So it's basically referencing, people are really concerned when this first dropped the other day.
Yeah.
We're really concerned about how's the LBRY outcome going to impact Ripple. Is it going to have the same kind of an outcome potentially? And what Deaton was really referencing here, not reading through the whole outcome, but saying that it's two different courts, and so, the tone, the precedent, there's so many different things that have gone on here, because here the New Hampshire court finds that LBRY offered LBC as a security and that the fair notice defense fails, just like that. But a lot of stuff here. So John Deaton had gone on. I think it's important too, as we get some clarification on this, because it gets murky and confusing. But here it said, this means that Judge Torres doesn't even have to read the LBRY decision, because people are like, oh, maybe it sets a precedent. Then go back and look at the LBRY outcome. Obviously, a win for LBRY was preferred. I'll reserve my overall thoughts until I read it. I can tell you this, LBC today is not a security, regardless if it was when LBRY first sold it. So that's a good point. Same thing with XRP, hence the thumbnail. I may do a live stream on CryptoLaw.
You did. You did it 2
it?
days ago. Yeah, go to CryptoLaw and watch it. I think everybody will feel better after this video. Go watch it. It's pretty short too. But again, you guys will feel much better when he kind of breaks it down and explains it, and better to see the video. So yeah, that will make you feel a lot better.
Yeah, it's really, really critical here. Here, even if LBRY never said a word about it, by retaining hundreds of millions of LBC for itself, LBRY also signaled that it was motivated to work tirelessly to improve the value of its blockchain for itself, and any LBC purchasers would lead purchasers of LBC to expect that they too would profit from their holdings of LBC as a result of it goes on and on. It's so crazy.
Yeah. Sorry, I hit the button.
Glad that he has a lot to say here. Look at this. At the risk of coming off like self-promotion, XRP holders' amicus brief just became even more important than ever. Our brief, unlike other briefs, addresses some of the alignment language this judge is relying on. Still reading. So, man, amazing stuff. Thank God for
really
Deaton.
Is.
But
thank God for Deaton. That's for sure.
Clarifying
I'm going to make a sticker. Thank God for Deaton.
We
So
need a shirt that says "Thank God for Deaton."
So Sam Bankman-Fried, I just saw this one. Sam Bankman-Fried put this tweet out there. It said a competitor is trying to, number one, a competitor is trying to go after us with false rumors. FTX is fine. Assets are fine. And then this from Mr. Whale, just in, FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried removes assets are fine tweet from Twitter. So this was the way back machine right there. That's what captured the whole thing. And man, what a mess, Jeff.
It really
I'm
is
almost in a weird kind of way. It's like, who thought we would be like, if we were talking about a story about Sam Bankman-Fried last week, we'd be like, dude, he's a multi-billionaire. And now we're worth more, Jeff. How could that be? The OTC franchise is worth more.
OTC franchises.
The OTC franchise.
The OTC franchise.
Yeah.
We're gonna have OTC on the Miami Stadium.
I'm going to go put one down there. Next time I'm there at a Heat game, I'm going to put it on there. It's going to say on the chain and say, here's our stadium. And you'll get back and you'll be like, what is that? You know, and you just like zoom in and then you'll see it. Like, oh, on the chain, it'll say on the chain stadium.
We'll have special on the chain community perks will be on the chain parking. So if you're an on the chain subscriber, then you get parking right up in front of the stadium.
What would be fun, Jeff, is if we could like put it up high enough just so you could stick it on there that wasn't big enough so anyone actually see it. It stood up for the whole season. It's like, it would be great. Man, would that be fun?
I wonder if we can get SBF on the chain. Bring it on here.
I don't even know, man. That white Bronco was traveling pretty quick. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if it's going to be, if it's even possible. So,
were we just saying that he lived in the Bahamas or somewhere?
Yeah, he does live in the Bahamas. So everybody that knows, yeah, it's probably a good thing too, right? It's like we're regulated, but I don't want to be on U.S. soil.
Chip, I would expect that he took at least one of those billions out and put it someplace in a Swiss bank account.
Do they have an extradition treaty? The Bahamas? Do they have anything? Is that like a non-extradition treaty or something like that?
I don't know.
Almost said Tweety.
Tweeting.
Well, just so you guys know, look, send the positive vibes down here. We got a hurricane bearing down on us, raining out like crazy now, and it's coming at us.
Is it? It's raining?
I looked on the map today, and it's like, I was like, wait, that's my house right there that it's going to go through. I was like, what?
Really?
Yeah, it was all Palm Beach County. It's like, yeah, this is where it's going to hit. I don't know if that's changed.
Are we still in the cone of uncertainty?
Jeff, you and I have been in the cone of uncertainty for a long time, to be honest with you. The uncertainty.
We live in the cone of uncertainty.
locked in it's just like, yeah, locked inside the cone of uncertainty. Chip and Jeff, better known as Simon and Kev. Man, yeah. So anyway, guys, that's really all we have today. I know it was a lot of FTX, but I probably won't talk about it anymore after this. That's the good news. I mean, who knows? Can it get any worse than this?
FTX.
Does it get any worse? I mean, I looked at, when you looked at the crypto charts today, that was like burning down, usually you see like -3%. You're not used to seeing -19, -22%.
Yeah.
So good news, it's kind of trending up a little bit, but.
Hey, Jim D is saying, yes, the Swiss have turned over a lot of people to U.S. government agencies. I think they work for them in an extortion racket. But what about the Bahamas?
The Bahamas, though, don't they have the sand dollar over there? I wonder how that thing's doing. That was like one of the first.
$10. I wonder if that's still around. Oh, I forgot about the sand dollar. Man.
Mark, you should have been on the show tonight, man. Just crushing it. Gensler created the cone of uncertainty, says Mark Phillips. You're kind of right about that.
Sure. We have kind of ideas, man, that we could have, woulda, shouldas.
There you go. I'll put that on a t-shirt. Gensler, the creator of the cone of uncertainty. There you go, right there.
Sell out of that
Just
one.
Put it right on the side of the truck as it's moving down the field, right? But anyway, guys, that's all we have for you guys tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you had a good time with us tonight.
Here's another one. XRP. When can I stop buying from the loose change menu?
Who knows, man? I mean, if it goes sub-0, 0.006, hey, that would be awesome.
Oh, if the market's going to tank and we have to watch everything go red like this, at least it could tank to a point where let's go to that at least, 10 cents lower into the 0 digits.
You could buy in. Gosh, that would be great, wouldn't it?
0.06.
Yeah.
And then let it percolate there for a little bit. And then, boom.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a category 1. if they hear it from my dad, it'd say, yes, you're getting a Category 1 hurricane. But we're not going to get it. Is it coming tonight or is it coming tomorrow morning? I don't even know when it's coming.
Jeff, they always hit at night. They can't go in the daylight where you're like, oh, I can see. It's always the middle of the night where you feel like your roof is going to blow off and you hear, you know. That's what I say to that. Big time boo. So that's it. We're getting out of here. Mean it this time, Jeff. Totally serious.
Big shout out to everyone supporting the channel, everyone who shows up all the time. Big shout out to people we haven't seen in a while, like Matt LaRoche, Ralph Cooper, man, Rob McDermott, all the big supporters like Jim D, Legendary, Rob McDermott, and everybody else. We got Oscars thrown in, some commentary. Everyone that's new here that we haven't seen before.
Sir John.
Showing up, Sir John. A lot of great Alex.
Vlogs. And give him a follow, damn it.
All the rest of you guys are amazing. That's it. Much
Chip. Love. Much
love.
You
guys out.
On the next one, Chip and Jeff. Oh, see you guys. Sorry, Jeff. Do you have something more to say? you're like mid.
Yeah, let's go.
You know what I'm gonna do? Check this out. Watch this.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops. Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops. Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.